Well, here I am on, I was about to say Good Friday. What the fuck is that? Become a producer of Bad Ben 13 Alien Agenda. That's just stupid. Let me go fix that. I'll be right with you, folks. I'm over here trying to fix that stupid comment. Don't mind me. I'm down here working for you people. Let me go back. I'm fixing something on the stream, so don't mind me. Fixed it in one spot. Let me fix it in another. Moron. Me, not you. The drag you. One more. All right. I think I fixed it now for all those involved. Hello, Mark. That should also be. Hello, Deborah. Hi, Debbie. Happy 4th of July evening, folks. Jen says, if you haven't seen Alien Agenda yet, get on it. She's doing a commercial for us there. By the way, for those of you tech savvy people, up there in the corner over here, you can see a QR code. It's a new way to donate. If you just point your phone or your iPad or your whatever pad you're using at that QR code, it'll take you to where you can donate. And also that same thing is if you go to badben.com/donate, that takes you where to donate. Listen, folks, I'm trying to raise before the end of this week 13 grand. Because we need to get started. I want to release this film around Halloween, and we need to get started right away. So if you got $5, $10, $1,000, 500, it's all the same. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Rosemarie. Hi, Kaylee. Use any of those methods. Send Bad Ben some love. What I'm doing down here right now, by the way, is and I'll have to get up at about every 30 minutes from this broadcast to go over here because I've got Blu-rays copying, and all you guys sitting over there on the table is a stack of the sets of the Blu-rays, plus those of you that ordered the standalone Blu-rays, plus if any of you are here from I'm a Sigma, huh? Currently watching you, sir, are a Chad and you are a Sigma. What does that mean? Should I be offended? I'll Google that shit. All right, let me Google this and see if I should be offended. My Google's starting slow. What is a Chad? A piece of waste material moved from card or tape by punching. Oh, well, let me tell you something here, Chad. I mean, let me tell you something here, my friend. Let me tell you what I first read. A piece of waste material removed from card or tape by punching. The slang term Chad originated in the UK during World War II to describe a young urban American man, typically single and in his 20s or early 30s. And then it gets down to, in modern internet slang, the term can be similar to bro and generally refers to an alpha male or otherwise obnoxious, hyper masculine yuppie male. That I'll take. Now, what was the other one? A Sigma. What is a Sigma? Isn't that a fraternity? Let's look that up. A popular, successful, but highly independent and self reliant man. Yeah, that's why I'm sitting on here asking you people to donate. But thank you. Either one of these wasn't offensive, so I guess it's okay. Travis and Eric. Love AA. Oh, that's what we're calling Alien Agenda AA. I didn't even think of that. So over there, I've got the duplicator making the last of the Blu-rays. Over there, I've got stacks of Blu-rays, and also there's a big stack of Alien Agenda for those of you that bought the upgrade. Just to, yeah, Jacob, it's been a good day. Just to, you bought the 11 before, and now you've bought the 12. So that will be coming. Oh my God, I'm yawning. Sorry. That will be coming along with a new cover for your DVD box. It's been hot here, not Texas hot, but it's been hot. $90 degrees and humid. Anybody barbecue today, or did you do that Sunday? I know a lot of people that took Monday off, so they had a 5-day weekend. I know several people that took Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, so they turned into like a 10-day weekend. And I know other people that just took off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to make it a 5-day weekend, a 6-day weekend going the other way. Now, Ms. Fernandez, that wasn't you. Somebody ordered both the, I need to email them because they ordered both the complete set plus the new film. So I don't know if they ordered I think they probably ordered the complete, they were in the movie. So they probably ordered the complete set for the person they put in the movie, and then the additional DVD to add to their collection. Yesterday, my neighbors invited me over, and I had already eaten, but they had clams. So I made a little bit of a piggy of myself. Yeah, it wasn't you. It was Cheryl. See, I remember. So we're ready to. Oh, by the way, while I'm not, the plan for 13 is I'm not going to have. Well, Dustin, in addition to those 15 minutes, there's like another 20 minutes or another 15 minutes of the film. Dustin on Facebook just said that he's renting Alien Agenda tonight because he missed 15 minutes of it at FrankenCon. But that version was an hour and 26 minutes. The completed version is an hour and 49 minutes, but 13 minutes of that is credits because so many people had donated. There's Blu-rays up there right now, aren't there? Happy Chicken calling me Chad and Sigma. So if I have to pop up here in a minute, folks, it's just to change out the Blu-rays. I think there's Blu-rays available in the store right now. Unless they sold out again. But by the way, anybody, and some of you that were at FrankenCon that ordered the Blu-ray set, you're also will be getting a DVD. You'll be getting part of your purchase included 12. There's none? Let me look. I might have shut it down because I believe you. Don't get upset. No, they're there. Look. Right across the bottom. The hell's wrong with you? You college kids. I'm just kidding. The whole set's there. The add-on, for those of you that already bought the 11, and then the standalone Alien Agenda. Well, of course it's your fault, Happy Chicken. I like that name. Now that's a chicken. Of course it's your fault. It's not my fault. I'm just joking with you. So I can barely see. It's at 84%. So in about a minute and a half here, or about 2 minutes. Trina says, Nigel, my love. Happy 4th of July. Trina, my love. Same, right back at you, babe. So we're also this week beginning to cast for Dracula. As you remember, we had a vampire previously, but he lives 3 hours away, and it's a logistics nightmare. Oh, Lionel. But he was killed too. But was he? Because they drug him off? You know? Hello, Miss Pinkerton. Happy 4th of July. By the way, Tracy, and I'm not trying to hint here, but if you decide you want to upgrade to that full producer, I'm only leaving that up there probably until the end of the week. But there's a different way I would tell you to donate to that if you decide you want to do it. So you can email me. You all have a debt of gratitude you owe to Tracy Pinkerton, who Tracy, I hope you don't mind me putting up your comment there, Tracy. But this is so, thank you, Happy Chicken. I saw Paulie Walnuts. Listen, before you go, if you want your actual name in the credits and not Paulie Walnuts, you need to email me, Nigel@nigelbach.com, and say Paulie Walnuts, and here's the actual name I want to use. If not, I don't have another name for you, so it's going to say, well, his email address said his name, but if you want your actual name to show, I need to know it, because for the past 3 or 4 movies, one of my patrons who's donated, who's in the credits every time, his name is I want to be a cowboy. Another name is The Law. I can only put what you put. Trina says for plain fare and meals, she'll be in it for free, and I only eat once a day. Well, you won't fit in around here. I actually have a female actor for this film lined up. I've got Scott, myself, Holly will make an appearance, and I need to cast for Dracula. There's 1 or 2 ways I'm going to go for Dracula. It's either going to be a hot Dracula or it's going to be a fat Dracula. You too, Happy Chicken. Oops, I got to get up. Why don't you all stare back here at the shit on my shelves, and I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. One minute. All right, I'm back. We figure if a fat Dracula might be funny, but we'll see, because this one's going to be a little scary. By the way, some people already bought some shit on my Amazon wish list, and it arrived today. The top hat, and I didn't open the other package. There was a third package. Oh, by the way, Not Your Home. Remember I told you that the final Bad Ben film I plan on doing, that's going to be dark and serious? I told you this idea. It's going to be Tom Riley comes back in the house after finishing the previous film, and he's Nigel Bach. And from doing all this stuff, making fun of paranormal for 7, 8, 9 years, whatever it turns out, um, he actually now is having paranormal experiences in the house, demonic forces, and all that. And anyway, that film is going to be named Not Your Home. And that's because it's, goes back to the first film where it wrote on the Ouija board, Not Your Home. So yeah, I got a ton of Blu-rays that are shipping out to all you that ordered them tomorrow. And well, I'll ship as many as I can because it's a process. So we watched Scream 6 or 7, whatever the most recent one was. It was pretty good. Holly's good. She's upstairs. She's spending time with the cat. As I've told you guys, my house is now split in two. The back and all of downstairs belongs to the dogs. The front and all of the third floor belongs to the cat. I got news for you. It is my home. Hi, Mozella. Hi, Annie. Every single Blu-ray that's been burned, and by the way, there's another 20 that's 30 actually, that are going out tomorrow. Every single one of them has been checked on the Blu-ray player to make sure they play. I didn't watch the whole movie, but I just watched that the menu came up and the video started. But that's a lot because with 12 times 20, that's 240 DVDs plus another 40 of just Alien Agenda. So yeah, it's close to 300 DVD Blu-rays I fed in there one at a time. So, did you guys like, by the way, in the film, at the FrankenCon, what people laughed at was when Chaubley came down in the little half ship and kept disappearing, and when he hit Puddles the clown in the head. By the way, what I was starting to say earlier was, even though we're not including segments of fans in this next film because we want the pace to stay steady, there is an opportunity for people to have product placement. So if you sell an item on the web, or say you wrote a book, or say you do whatever, you can it can be seen in the film. If anyone knows how to get a message to David Lynch, for all I know, he's using an alias and he's in here now. Why don't you see if he does Cameo? That's what I would do. And if he does Cameo, order a Cameo video. Put your message in it. Just the one thing about celebrities you got to be careful of, and I'm not speaking as if I'm one. The one thing you got to be careful of, if you start tagging them and start writing stuff and bug the shit out of them, you can creep them out and they'll just ignore you or block you or mute you. By the way, the day after tomorrow, Facebook/Instagram/Meta is coming out with a competitor for Twitter. And Facebook tends to pour a lot of money behind stuff. All right, Eric. Chicken, you're out of here. But I just got Eric's email. So, like, for those of you that just joined, in the upper corner, I think I'm pointing the right way. You can click on that. I mean, you can scan that with your phone, or do a frame grab with your phone. If you're on your phone, if you're on a computer, you can just hold your phone up to that, or you can do a frame grab, and then from your photos, you should be able to click on that and go to that donation page. Or you can put in badben.com/donate. But those of you that want to, anybody, like in the past, product placement, we could, for instance, have up on the wall a picture of somebody. Or we could have, like in Bad Ben Eulogy, or not Eulogy, Undead, those tarot cards were done by Travis McHenry, and they were in the film. That was product placement. This is the last set of Blu-rays I'm doing tonight, and then I'll finish them tomorrow. These are the DVDs when they're blank. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more stacks of them, so 100 more. It does 5 at a time. Takes about 30 minutes. So that's 10 hours tomorrow. 105 each, 20 times. Yeah, 10 hours. Oh, my blood sugar went high because of all the bullshit I ate. All right, not too bad. Um, the I got asked how are the dogs with the fireworks. They're pretty good. With the thunder, we had a lot of thunder last night. They were a little wacky, but they were okay. They're not bad. You're like that Donna Summer song. She works hard for the money. Changed it. He works hard for the money. You're damn right I do. These are fan financed films. I also got my email from Eric here. Paulie Walnuts. He died this year. I will probably be on about another 45 minutes, probably till 9 o'clock. Because I've got to finish this stack of Blu-rays and then shut that system down for the night. I usually run it overnight, but the problem is last night it was thundering. And we've got a generator that turns on after about 5 seconds, and the machine is plugged into UPS, uninterrupted power source, and so it should keep running. But in case it doesn't, I don't want anything to get damaged. I'm reading all your comments here. You know, it's a shame. They're the only way, like you guys on YouTube can't see people on Facebook's comments. And likewise, people on Facebook can't see people on YouTube's comments. Unless I show them on the screen. Like if I went like this, then you can see it. And you guys that are on Facebook, if I went like this. But I can see them all. So when you hear me talking, you wonder what the hell I'm talking about. I might be answering someone's question from a different platform. Good evening. Hello, Jennifer Loshuto Fitch. I'm sitting here now. I decide to do this live broadcast because, in addition to being here talking to you guys, I have Blu-rays burning over there. They were printing here. They're all shipping out tomorrow, and there are Blu-rays and in the shop. I think you told me it was Loshuto Fitch. Plus, how dare I not pronounce it right? Somebody wrote that Fender is on Benadryl. We have Benadryl for the pups when, particularly Archer, when he gets like an allergic reaction where his butt starts bothering him. And it's not that his glands need to be aspirated. There's more than you needed to hear. But no, it's because he just that's where his allergic reaction is, near his butthole. Dogs can reach back to their buttholes and to their genitalia. And in fact, that brings up an interesting joke I once heard. Two guys are waiting on a street corner to cross the road. One guy's got his dog on the leash, and the other guy's standing next to him. Well, the dog is bent in half, licking his private parts. And the other guy looks over and he says to the owner of the dog, "Man, I wish I could do that," thinking he was funny. And the owner of the dog says, "You can if you pet him first." Wasn't that funny? Did I show you guys? Well, you can't see him. He's up top. Charbly here. Let me lean this back for a second. There's a baby alien. And there, right there's the crescent moon clown. There's that old ass teddy bear that's probably haunted. There's the urn. There's that little bitch. There's E.T. Top shelf's a cat skeleton, another E.T. And this thing. Now, you might be tempted to ask me why I have that, and there is no good reason. What else was I going to tell you? Well, you had Puddles the clown in the film. Incidentally, and if you read the credits, you'd see this Puddles the clown. By the way, who uses Fire TV? Because a couple people said they had a problem getting the film to play on Fire TV. And to be honest with you, I think the reason was because the first night or the second night, so many people were watching it. I just hope none of those bubbles went in my soda. That would be disgusting. Custom, you're going to lose weight on Ozempic. I was on, I just got taken off of it. I was on Ozempic briefly, but I had some issues with it. Um, then they had me on Lantus, and then they put me on Semegli and High Day. And now I'm off of it all but you will lose weight without even trying. I'm doing good, Day. How are you? Even on Roku, I had a problem the first night. I figured. Yeah, well, so many people, that's unusual because you were the best. That's you too. Jennifer, for those of you that aren't on Facebook, Jennifer and her husband Adam, that's his name, right? Were both in Alien Agenda. They were the couple out front of the witch house in Salem, Massachusetts, that look up at the spaceship go over. What's a red golden? Is that a dog? Oh yeah, you said Adam's name on there. Yes, the first night, so many people were watching that a couple people were unable to access it on Roku and Amazon, which is good. Well, it's not good, but it means a shit ton of people were watching. Oh, by the way, I can now mention this. Most likely, mid to next month, I got your email, Jennifer. Most likely, middle of next month to September, I will be able to manually add the previous subscribers back to the system. And when I do that, you'll be able to cancel those of you that bought an annual subscription. And then remember, I changed providers. Well, now I'm going to be able to add you back for the time you had remaining. And in doing so, you'll be able to like if you're paying monthly now, you'll be able to cancel and just take advantage of the subscription you already paid for. And along with that is going to come the ability to watch on your computer too. I was surprised how many people messaged me that said, I like to watch films and television on my computer. I don't have Roku or I don't have Fire TV. But you'll be able to watch them. So the new film was fun. Be careful, Custom. You might want to tune out because normally I start talking about a few spoilers. But it all depends on if people ask to. The night, everybody always asks me what's my favorite film, and it varies, but I got to tell you, shooting. Now, Custom, you might want to tune out here because this is a spoiler. Shooting the alien birth was probably the most fun I had in 12 movies. So red golden retrievers almost look like Irish setters. We had an Irish setter when I was a kid. He was an asshole. I'm sorry. He was just so many health problems. And he had a real original name, Rusty. And also, I'll be launching this week. I'll be doing cameo style videos, but I'll be making them available on the site. So you'll be able to order a video for a family member or a friend or yourself in which you can choose to have either me or Tom Riley or even Scott if you want, or me and Scott, and we'll do a video for you. I got to tell you, this basement, which is where I am, on that side, the other side of this computer is the studio and the Blu-ray burner. And the table where I pack it all up. And on the other side of this wall is the man cave. That's where I got drugged across the floor in Bad Ben. And that's also where the main editing computer is. So this is all a poured concrete basement. It's not cinder block. It's poured concrete. So these walls are like solid as they come. And it stays cool down here. Also, the reason I reintroduced the drop you off van was because one of the most popular of the Bad Ben films was Haunted Highway. And of course, we had Josh Robert Thompson do the voice of the car, fake Morgan Freeman. He sounds so much like Morgan Freeman. And Josh was, I'm honored to have him as a fan. And hi, Tiffany. And Josh was the voice of Jeff, the robot talking skeleton, the sidekick on Craig Ferguson Late Late Show. And he also does voices for Family Guy And he was also on the Howard Stern show last week as fake Arnold Schwarzenegger. The guy's very talented. And I'm honored that he has volunteered his voice for so many of my projects. He was the voice of the talking car in Kevin Spacey and Jeff Goldblum in Haunted Highway. Then he was the voice of the sheriff and the deputy at the end of Benign. And then he was just in Alien Agenda as the voice of the car. Also, for those of you, when I'm going through the pictures, I'm in the car and I'm going like this, scrolling through pictures. Uh-oh, here comes Sable, everyone. All right, I know what you want. Just don't knock me over. Come on. Ooh. I'll hold you. What was I saying, Sable? You made me lose my train of thought. My baby girl. She's a little lover girl. You smell good tonight. How's your breath? Your breath's good. Oh, when I'm scrolling through the pictures in the car about band drop you off customers, those of you that are quick, because one guy picked it up and messaged me, you'll see one of the band passengers is Elon Musk, Meryl Streep, Kevin Spacey, the Backstreet Boys, Rosie O'Donnell. No. Look at your fans out there, Sable. Look at them. Look at them. There you are. Look. Jennifer says hi, Sable. Oh, easy. Easy. She decides she wants to get down. She digs her claws into me. Hey, Corpse, if you're still in here, get one of these things. The Libre 2. You can't see it because it's under a patch here. But you put an app on your phone and you're able to just take and monitor your blood sugar at any time. And I'll tell you what it is and display for you. And if it goes high or it goes low, it'll pop up. It'll sound an alarm, which lets you know. That was a tremendous help in keeping my sugar under control. Is it thundering out? Is that what happened while you ran in here? Or did you hear me talking? Trina says, Nigel, my love, I'm back. The wild bunnies are fed and the birds and the urban woodland creatures have water. Or water. I'm sorry. I just sounded so much like a person from New Jersey. Sable is a pretty girl. It can't be thunder because Archer would have been down here too. We're rewatching Succession. We're down to the last 3 episodes. We watched it when they were originally released. Let me see something here, Corpse. Let me look. Here, Sable, let me get up for a second. Oh, here it is. This is what it looks like, Corpse. It comes in this container, and you press it against your arm, and it shoots a tiny filament into your skin, but you don't feel it. But these patches you can order on Amazon, and I recommend getting them because they keep it in place and keep it from falling off or getting, pulled off. And you put it on, you leave it on for 2 weeks. I switch arms every 2 weeks, and it can get wet. It won't matter. But yeah, that's great for anybody with that's monitoring their blood sugar. It makes it real easy. I'll give you, for instance, I can eat peanut M&Ms and be okay, but peanut butter M&Ms make my sugar go up like crazy. And like in the middle of the night, sometimes my blood sugar will go low. And like for me, I set it as the range is 70 to 140, and it'll go below 70, and the phone will start chirping, wake me up, and I can just walk out and eat a snack. What are you doing? Sable's down here, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Oh, guys, I got to change out Blu-rays real quick. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Come on, Sable. Come on. Come. All right, run around for a minute, but don't get in trouble. She's out in the yard. Obviously, you probably heard me open the door. I just put the last set of 5 Blu-rays in there that I'm burning for tonight. So I'll stay on about another half hour. Sable did come to say hi to her public. Thank you, Tori. Tori, if you're in here, I just saw you made a donation using the QR code, and it's an odd amount. I'm hoping you weren't charged tax for that. Yeah, you'll be surprised when you get your sugar under control how much better you feel. Because when you start feeling wonky during the day, you're not sure if it's high sugar, low sugar, blood pressure. I also have one of those wrist cuffs for blood pressure, but my blood pressure has always been good. But I did allow my cardiologist to schedule me to do one of those stress tests and an echocardiogram. Yeah, my hip's feeling a lot better. Those of you that saw Alien Agenda, when Scott and I get sucked out the window. By the way, I think if I go, let me see something here. All right, let me turn down the volume here, though, so it doesn't feedback. I hope this doesn't knock me offline here. All right. All right. Oh, shit. There. Why does it do that? Wait, now it stopped. All right. What I'm going to show you here is I can take you mobile here, but I wish I had the camera facing the other direction. Let me, I guess I can't do that. All right. I'm going to show you. Let me tell you what I'm going to show you before I show you. First, I'm going to show you where the Blu-rays are burning. Then I'm going to show you where they're stacked up on the table, where I've made the sets that are getting shipped out. But I'm also going to show you the scene where when we were in the alien ship and we looked out the window, and I opened the window by pressing the red button, and then we got sucked out that window. I'll show you where that is. First, and I'll talk loud. Well, I think I can turn this back on. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. There. You should be able to hear me now, right? I'm using, I don't know why it's getting feedback, but this is where the Blu-rays are. Sorry. Can you hear me? All right, you can hear me, I guess. This is where I burn the Blu-rays right there. And you can see that's them laid out. This is how I have the studio set up right now. Hopefully you can hear me on this mic. And this over here, this is the Blu-ray sets being made that are going out tomorrow. And for those of you that ordered 1 through 11, you'll get the new cover with your DVD. And now, here is the wall. That's where I hit that button and the window opened. And that is just Sable, come in here. Sable, come on. Come on. Look. Sable, come on. Sable. See how bad she is, though. Sable. Sable. Hey. Sable, come on in. Come on. All right. She went right back over to my chair. When I sit down here, I'll explain. Those of you that have know anything about film, or you've seen it in the making of stuff and all, hang on, let me remove this, and I'll shut out of there. The green screen is where you oh, that's why, because you had to convert it to Canadian. Thank you for donating. The green screen allows you to replace the green with anything behind it. Sable, your paws are all wet. Come on, honey. Stay down. And that's where I put space behind that window. And Scott and I were standing in front of it in the spaceship. Well, when I got sucked out that window, then you saw us roll down the hill and come to a stop. Well, the night I did that, for weeks afterwards. My hip hurt. I'm getting old, folks. I sacrificed the body for it. Oh, wait, you know what? Did I have you muted? Huh. I don't think so. But anyway, that's the green screen. Custom, I don't know if you can see Tori's comment, but she made a bad Vandal. Sable gets enough love. Oh, she heard her name again. Here she comes. Come on. Oh, good girl. Your brother's upstairs laying on the couch, isn't he? Come on. Oh, God. Look at me tucked in the corner now. G center screen. Sable, are you going to be in the next movie? You and Archer? Ouch. You're standing someplace you shouldn't be. Look at her little white spot right there on her chest. Hi, Rob. I'm being pushed off screen by my camera hogging dog. Somebody did a Tom Riley character that they carved out and they made, and it was incredible. And they talked about making a bobblehead, and then I never heard from them again. Thank you, Jennifer. No problem. We had Rob is I'm sorry, I just heard something. Power just flickered here. I don't know if we're having thunderstorms or what, but Rob went away and I took care of his pool for him. And man, these people know how to take care of stuff they buy. That pool's at least 30 years old, probably older. But anyway, the skimmer at the top, leaves get in the filter. So I was making sure it wasn't getting backed up. Well, we had 2 good storms, and one of them, by the time they got home the night after the last one, the pool was full all the way up to the lip. Felix says, Happy 4th of July, Nigel. Felix, is that a holiday where you're at, the 4th of July? I know what you meant. You love Bad Ben 12, Alien Agenda. Thanks. Well, thank you for watching. It was a lot of fun to make. Whoops, July. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I was just being a smart ass. But yeah, a lot of people watched, a lot of people commented, a lot of people came to the red carpet. That video's still up there, by the way. It's on Facebook and it's also on YouTube, our live broadcast from Friday night. We 11 o'clock's late for me, except for when we're filming, because you have to film when it's dark, and in the summer it doesn't get dark till after 9 o'clock. So fortunately now, since we're past summer solstice, the days start getting a little bit shorter, but not a lot. But yeah, we were up at 11 o'clock, and We did that red carpet. Had a lot of people there. See, I'm holding my arm pressed against me so I look buff. Um, I'm sorry, I'm responding to an email. This is, I'm going to show, this is what Tori, I think, right, was talking about. She made a Bad Ben doll, and that's me on screen holding Sable. But that's the Bad Ben doll she made. People, I apologize for yawning in your face. I've been down here all day long making these things. Yeah. No, I kept it on. Well, my this thing, if my sugar went up or down, the phone would have went off and told me. And yeah, we had sitting down here on the shelf. There was a bottle of Southern Comfort. Good. The convention was great. Had a good time. Got to meet a lot of the fans. It wasn't only me that went. Jackson went. Well, Scott. Um, his wife Lisa, who was Miss Jenna in, she was the psychic in Bad Ben Eulogy, and also again in this one, Alien Agenda. She went with us, and Mitch went. The more Mitches. Did anybody happen to notice that on the live broadcast I was wearing a pink ribbon? I have a family member that's dealing with a little breast cancer issue. She'll be fine. Um, but that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you need to do what you can to be aware of your body, because the success comes from catching early. I had a cousin who, I don't mean to talk ill of the dead, but he was just not the nicest guy in the world. Um, I don't know why he even said that, but he felt, his stomach felt hard. And I don't mean like fit hard. I mean, it was like a little bloated, felt hard. Found out he had cancer. 2 weeks later, gone. And so early detection is key. There was a bottle of Southern Comfort up there. And Scott and I were here making, one night we were here making Blu-rays. And we got lit, but we didn't do a live broadcast then. That's why, if any of you that got your Blu-rays last week, if they're messed up at all, let me know. And then when we did the launch party, we were drinking. I still got some stuff to send out from that too. We had some giveaways. I have two people right now dealing with cancer issues. Um, One is breast cancer, and a guy I know, just from he works at a place I go into a lot. He had testicular cancer. So, yeah, and it seems like so many people I know pancreatic cancer. Um, a plastic surgeon I used to go to, of course, keep all this looking good. No, for stuff like um, just skin check and stuff like that. He was the nicest guy in the world. Used to hold, yeah, fuck cancer, Tiffany. Um, used to hold the greatest conversations with him. Just such a nice guy. One day he had a habit of always rescheduling my appointment as it would approach. I'd get a phone call and they say, "Hey, can you move your appointment?" Because he owned a house up in Vermont, and the family used to go up there to go skiing. And so, if a good week of weather was coming up for skiing, and that was when my appointment was, I would get a phone call. "Hey, can you move your appointment?" Sure. And so, with coming up on I would go usually in June and normally in December. It was coming up on my December um, appointment, and I get a call, and I said, "Where is he going?" She says he's no longer with us. Um, he retired early, and I knew he was too young to retire. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she told me he had pancreatic cancer, and he lived for like another year. A guy who I was best man in his wedding, like I guess a year and a half ago now, he passed away and from pancreatic cancer. And just man, this conversation took a depressing turn, didn't it? But anyway, it was just be aware. Go to your doctor's appointments. You pay enough for insurance. Use some of it. And the other thing too that worries me, this has gotten so depressing, is drug overdoses. I knew 3 people in the course of a month that overdosed and died. One of them worked for me in the first film. Um, if you remember, when I'm looking in the mirror, my face is bloody and I'm cleaning it off, and something walks behind me, that was him. He was also the one that was pulling the string. That when the chair in the living room kept going towards the basement door, and I grabbed it, pulled it back, and did it like twice and said, "Stop it." That was him. Overdosed on heroin right after getting out of rehab for the third time. And that's why, because these three, and there was a close friend of mine's sister-in-law. She was beautiful, 18 years old, maybe 20. Another one was a friend's son. And, a lot of times you don't want to say something to somebody, but interventions are quite often necessary. And like I said, not to be a downer, but it is what it is. But in the state of New Jersey, like every other year, they haven't done it like during the pandemic, but you could walk into a pharmacy and get Narcan, the stuff you spray up the nose of a person that overdoses. You walk in, no questions asked. You don't pay for it. You just say, "I'm here to get Narcan," and they give it to you. And I got that both times, and I still have one of them, both of them, but one of them's expired. Both of them are probably now expired. but one of them sitting on the other side of this wall just in case I ever. In fact, I did have an experience with that, not personally. Well, personally, but not, it wasn't me. I was at my sister's house picking up a piece of mail that got sent there for me. I'm driving down the end of her street to leave. Somebody screaming in the woods. She's out in the street screaming. Can you help me? My boyfriend's in the woods and he's dying. So I got out the car. I went over there, and here's this guy. Doesn't have a shirt on, so I can see his heart beating in his chest like rapidly, which is good because that means he didn't need chest compressions. Because if you ever had to, and we got a couple people here that are in the medical field. One of them who was at our live broadcast there at night disappeared real quick because she had to go deliver a baby, a C-section, which I thought was cool. A baby born the same night my film premiered. It was planned that way. They should name that child Ben. And anyway, you that are in the medical field, somebody even said this one time, when you have to do chest compressions and rescue breathing, it's very, very, very tough to do for any length of time. But fortunately, because I could see his heart beating, I didn't have to do chest compressions, but I did have to rescue breathing for 25 minutes till the police got there. And when they, no, the police got there sooner than that, but then, the ambulance came. And before I got down here and this was like over 20 years ago. And the irony in this, I'll tell you the irony in a minute. But first of all, it was back when like HIV, they didn't exactly know how it was spreading and all. And so I was scared of doing a lip lock with this dude. And so I said to her, does he have AIDS? Because he was an intravenous drug user. And she said, I said, she said he shot heroin and he was drinking alcohol. That's why he stopped breathing. So I said, where's the needle? Because I didn't want to kneel on a needle, because that's another way you could get HIV. And she said, I threw it in the woods. And that became an ordeal because the cops had to search for the needle because there's kids in the neighborhood. But anyway, after all that rescue breathing, the cop shows up with one of those bags with a mask that goes over the face and started squeezing it. And so that took over for the breathing. Then an ambulance came, gave him a shot, and boom, he sat up and he was fine. But the irony in that story is several weeks later, my cousin, who I told you had the hard stomach, discovered he had cancer, and boom, was gone in 2 weeks. We're at his funeral, and they're bringing the body out to the hearse to take to the graveyard, to the cemetery. And at the corner of my eye, because this was only a couple blocks away from that, I see that guy and his girlfriend. And my cousin had been a police detective who, spent his career battling drugs and all. And it was just so ironic that here was a guy, my cousin, who fought drugs and I could do nothing for. There is a drug abuser, and we were able to get him through it. Somebody posted a message here saying Someone please help me feed my kids. They have gone without food from yesterday and until now. I have no hope of what to feed them. I'm really begging. My PayPal account is, and the person lists their PayPal account. Look, I know people would help, but the problem is there's so many scams out there that I'm reluctant to post this information for that reason. The person that posted this, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to if you want to email me, oh shit, I didn't want to hit that, but I did. If you want to email me your information, and I don't know how you would do this, but offer me some sort of something that I know this is a real situation. We'll get you some help. But I just arbitrarily pop into this room and make that come. So email me at nigel@nigelbach.com. Okay. Well, I blocked them. Shit, I did it again. I got to tell you, here's a couple things that make me think that's a scam. Number one, somebody posts that and it's very shocking and it's very sad. But here's the problem with it. You are here watching this broadcast. How? That means you have internet. Could be on your phone, but that means you have a phone. And what gets you to drive into, quite often the reason why I think that could be a scam is because so many of you are always show your generosity like towards me, where you're donating to help get these films made, that it seems like you would be a good target for that sort of scam. So anyway. But anyway, folks, I'm glad you enjoyed Alien Agenda. I'm going to shut down now for the night because the Blu-rays just finished. And I am going to get back on it first thing in the morning. If you do have the opportunity to donate, please do. badben.com/donate. And or use the QR code up in the corner if you can get it to work. And I'll be back online tomorrow when I'm packing up the DVDs. Thanks for hanging out with me. You had a lot of people in here tonight. Talk to you soon. See you. Love you. Bye.